very proud of this team. Difficult basketball game, quality opponent. I thought Montana State came out with all the energy in the third quarter, and trying to get us to find some energy in the fourth quarter was our biggest challenge, and we just didn't give in. And that's a big part of what this team does. I thought Marta Gomez was excellent tonight. She carried us in the first half. She carried us in the fourth quarter. I'm just happy the ball kept finding Marta. And I knew on the last three, there was no doubt she was knocking that shot down. You could just see the confidence she was playing with. And then to have her step to the free throw line at the end to seal it was big for us. I was happy with the way Bailey and Teresa played in the five. When you take a look at the numbers for what they were able to do tonight, 24 points, 16 rebounds out of that position. Boy, to have a double-double in that neighborhood really helps us. And then even in the fourth quarter, when about the 4 or 5 minute mark, we went to a completely different lineup we have not used all year long, where we went really big and played Marta at the three, Bailey in there with Teresa. And Teresa just gives us a little more size, a little more strength, but we need Bailey on the defensive end. She came up with a couple big steals tonight in rotations that we really needed. So to say those three players carried us, there is no doubt they really carried us tonight.
Joe, you mentioned after Saturday that you liked the fact that your kids were making the right plays, even if that last play to Marta is designed to go inside, and yet you end up with a wide open three-point.
Yeah, it's what we talk about is being able to make the right play and not worry about the result. And I know when we have the result we did tonight, we win. We made a similar play against Pacific, and we came up short on the three. And I think that's the difference, but I'm happy with the decisions that the players are making. Once again, 15 assists on 23 field goals. We're looking for one another. More importantly, having 16 offensive rebounds. That was a big part of tonight's game, getting second chances, and I thought none was more important than when Marta drove the right baseline, missed the shot, went over, and with about a second on the shot clock, Bailey comes up with it and finishes it. And so we made enough plays to stay close, and then Taylor Rusk hit a big three for us, and then it was all Marta Gomez in the last minute and a half.
But Teresa's confidence to shoot that baseline jumper down the stretch, I mean,
yeah.
She's showing some confidence.
I believe at that time, Keith, we're up one.
Yeah.
And we get Teresa the ball, and she plays. You can see as a freshman, she has some confidence. She has soft hands. She has the ability to score. What we're talking to her about is that she has to make more than one play. She made a great defensive play, but then she needs to go get the rebound as well, and that's where we talk about it. But for her, the confidence thing does not lack, and that's a good sign for her to want to be able to step up. But I think once again, that's how we coach, and you take the shot that's there. Don't worry about the result. Did you make the right play? It was the right play for her to shoot that ball at that point in time.
Talked about defensive improvement. What did you do to frustrate them? I mean, you got 16 turnovers, 26 points off those. It just seemed like they were out of sorts quite a bit.
Well, most of our defensive effort starts with Bailey Cotton. And we were able to, when we made some adjustments, to get her on Montana State's best player. And Bailey does a good job with things. We broke down defensively several times in their run, and give them credit for making a run. But we have to become better that way. But it does center around Bailey. I think Taylor Russ does a good job for us, and Quinn as a freshman. If you see, she's out there at the end because we knew that she could defend. She knows enough that when the kid drove the basket, she let her go, didn't try to make a play, gave up the basket for a lay-in, but at that point in time, we could trade free throws for lay-ins. And so they're learning. I know my frustration sets in sometimes, and it was there tonight in the third quarter because we looked like we had very little energy to want to play. I know we're still tired from a tough road trip, but it doesn't make any difference. You got to be ready when the bell rings for you, and I thought we answered it in the fourth quarter.
I guess what does that say about your team? Because that could have been a turning point where they take a 4-point lead and push it to 10, and then you're in trouble.
I think there's a great deal of confidence with this group over what's happened the last 2 years for them. the amount of games that we've won. We've had 20-plus win seasons the last 2 years. Marta's been a big part of it. Bailey's been a part of it. Clara, Taylor. So I think they have the confidence to know they can hang in there. It's not always going to go their way, but I think the confidence in this group starts with them. And I think we have some talented players that come in and help us out.